Okay, welcome back. Week 16, second part of our video series for this week. Now we're going to do the Manova. And like I said at the end of the last video, the Manova compares one or more dependent variable to one or more independent variable. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're going to, again, the continuous data must be continuous. The dependent variable must be continuous data. And the independent variable has to be ordinal or nominal. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to be using math and English scores for the dependent, continuous. And then for the independent, we're going to be using school environment again, only this time we're going to add school type, which is going to be nominal. And what makes it nominal is that it's going to have names or categories of types of schools. Type of school could be Catholic or, charter school or public school or non-public school. That's what they have in mind as far as type. All right, so school environment, like I said, here it is down here, ordinal. And I reminded you that you have to tell the computer what to put in for what is low, what is medium, and what is high. All right, so let me get out of this guy. All right, so now I'm going to go to school type. Same thing. This guy is nominal. And you have to state whatever it is. They have to tell the computer whether it's nominal or not under measure. All right, so school type. School type is going to be 1, 2, 3, and 4. So in the data view for this category, you can see a bunch of 1s, a bunch of 2s, a bunch of 3s, a bunch of 4s. And then you have to tell the computer here what each of those mean. All right, so let me go ahead and put one in, because I think in the last video I told you to click OK, and that's not how you add it. You add it by adding the word add. So let's say I want to put in another one. The value is going to be 5, and let's see, we have state, Catholic, COE, other. Just for fun, let's put in charter. Okay, so for the number 5, all the ones that I assigned 5, those are going to be charter schools. So I add 5, and you see how it appears down here. Okay, so that's what was done between the 1, 2, 3, and 4, and the same for the school environment one. So I'm going to go ahead and remove 5 because we don't need that one. Okay, so that's how you do it. So if you want to make your own data, that's how you do it. Don't be afraid of it. So put in your data here, and then when you go to variable view, you can tell it that it's nominal data and that these are going to be the names for the numbers that you're going to show. All right, so same thing. We're going to go up to analyze. General linear multivariate this time, and this time for the sake of brevity I went ahead and put in the dependent variables and the independent variables. Okay, so for dependent variables you have your school grades English and school grades math. Those are continuous data. For the fixed factors, in other words the independent variables, we're going to have quality of school environment, and that's ordinal, and type of school, and that's going to be nominal. Okay, so again, same thing you have to do as before. You put in the school environment and school type as your independent variables in order to perform the post hoc on them. Okay, so then now you pick Shafi, continue, and OK. All right, so here's your money shot. Same deal as before. Okay. Same deal as before, only here you look at school environment. In the ANOVA, you only had school environment to look at, and you see if there's a statistical difference. Here you look at school type, and you determine if there's a statistical difference, okay? So all these guys say that there's a statistical difference somewhere. Okay, so you go down here to the post hoc, okay? I was reading up here for a second. Go down here to the post hoc. This tells you where the differences are. All right, so again, just like before, looking at quality environment in terms of the English scores, low, medium, and high, how low and medium compare, how low and high compare, and so forth. Okay, and you can see that there are statistical differences. Now, what's odd is down here, when you look at type of school, these are not significant if you look at it carefully. All of these are more than 0.05. So in the analysis up here of school type, it says that now let me go up a bit. in school type here that says that there is a statistical difference somewhere. Okay. Okay, and then down here it tells you that in the post hoc, it tells you that there is not. Okay, so when there's a difference of in numbers that way, usually we have to go look at the data and see that the data needs to be treated in a different way. There might be an error in the assumptions that we made. Okay, and so if that's the case, for the purpose of our analysis and for our assignments here, if you see that the ANOVA indicates that there are no significant differences in the way you run your data, but then in the post hoc you do see a difference. That's all we're going to say for now, is that we need to analyze the data further. Okay, that some assumption may have been violated. Because if the ANOVA says that there is no statistical difference anywhere, you shouldn't see it in the post hoc either. Okay, so that represents some degree of error. All right, so I think I gave you enough to work on, and read your book a little bit carefully, and then we'll move on. If you have any questions, please post them to the class, and I'll be happy to answer you. Okay, thank you.